Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is MAHFUDZAH binti HALIM and my matric number is AP180055. Today, I would like to share about our group topic which is related with GBI, which is meaning Green Building Index. This topic is one of the key criteria in GBI, which is sustainable planning and management. This topic is for selecting appropriate site with planned access to public transportation, community service, open space, and also the landscaping.
Okay, I'm Michael Wong. Today I'm gonna to present the concept of sustainable site planning and management. So the first concept is create high quality space. In a site, a new project is to be regarded as creating high space is an opportunity to improve the quality of the region and bring long-term benefit. So this site planning can help the large scale new project upgrade the surrounding areas and create personality and characteristics consistent with the area. So here just pay the attention to the interaction between the building and the ground. Instead we create a high-quality urban space rather than creating a competitive project. The second one is integrated transportation and infrastructure. These areas are used for infrastructure construction in a project site, as well as the area is surrounding by the road and between the building body and street. So public transportation interchange often generate either space because area is larger than actual need, resulting in under land. So the third one is open public space. This is the government is committed to encourage developers to set up the public space in the private properties by providing additional floor areas to improve the environment. So the important thing that public and pedestrian space should be used by people to overwork and life society. This space should be clearly defined, sidewalk, bicycle lane, and provide when conditions permit.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is MAHFUDZAH binti JOFFRI, matric number AP18062. Okay, today I want to explain the problem sustainable planning and management, the process of review to variety of choice and weighting the relative benefit and drawback is no selection. So today I want to explain what the problem sustainable planning and management. So I have to 6 problem. First is a public transportation inadequacy. So since a demand of the public transportation is subject to peak or throughout the period, many public transit system open and others. After that, the problem is the design a site of the greenhouse, the location of house occupation, the design of significant, the aspect the home architecture regarding the density and of the developed in typical subdivision or relative property. So the next is loss of public space. This a government maintenance a majority to the road open to public. This a loss of the public space. So the next 4 is a urban transit challenge. The basic the disparate cost the construction running public transit not networking resident or city. So the next is a 5 competitor when the indicator allocation make sure incompatibility with neighbor story. And the last is a site selection criteria that are unbalanced. It can challenge it a create and sensibly site location scorecard to successful identify high performance site. So that's all for the problem sustainable planning and management. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hanis Maisarah binti HASSIM, metric number AP180078. So I will continue about the discussion in sustainable site planning and management. So for the first is Malaysia's first detailed rating system for assessing the environmental design and performance of Malaysian building focus on 6 elements, which is energy efficiency, indoor environment quality, sustainable site planning and management, materials and resources, water efficiency and innovation. So in our group assignment, we will discuss about sustainable site planning and management. For the site and planning management, there is 9 factors to be considered for selecting appropriate sites, which is in this our group assignment. We will more focus on the site selection and planning, public transportation access, community service and connectivities, and also open spaces and landscaping and heat island effect. There are 2 main standards that evaluate under sustainable site planning and management, which are site planning and transportation, and the other one is site construction and management. And there is sub requirements under 2 standard that will be evaluated, which is for the site construction and management, the 4 sub requirements, which is site selection, public transportation access, community service and connectivity, open spaces, landscape and heat island effects. And the other one is for site construction and management, there is 5 sub requirements, which are construction system and site management, stormwater management, redevelopment of existing sites and brownfield sites, avoiding environmentally sensitive areas, and the last one is building user manual. For site planning and transportation, there are a few of conditions must be met by the proposed structure, which is the city's framework plan, the local plan if one exists, and also infrastructure requirement for the area. This is for the site plan exploitation. We must encourage the selection of location near the transit hubs and the design of a new housing areas to encourage the use of public transportation, and also the selection of site near basic community facilities, and this is to reduce the presence of potential heavy reliance on private transportation, which is the largest sources of GHG emissions. In construction, should have a smaller footprints and more landscaping, reducing the well-known effects of heat island around the hardscape areas, provision of landscape with indigenous plant to 10% of total development area, and provision of additional similar landscaping of every additional of 5%. The next one is site construction and management. The first is site management and construction system, such as promote IBS when minimizing on-site constructions, reduce landfill by reducing material and building waste, and also minimize the pollution impact of housing and construction workers, and also control the emission from waste and garbage generated by construction worker to reduce pollution from the activities. And the second one is site management and construction framework, which is control surface water runoff from the new construction, and also reduce contamination and stormwater runoff into river systems as a result of constructions, reduce the risk of flooding, rainwater. And the third one is brownfield redevelopment and redevelopment of existing site, which is refrain from building in environmentally sensitive areas. Also encourage existing site to be redeveloped and redevelop the existing properties of renovation existing structure, and also brownfield site rehabilitation. And the fourth one is environmentally sensitive areas should be avoided. For the last one is create a user manual, which is a document of green building design features and practice for user knowledge, and to provide guidance on how to maintain effectively during occupancy, and also create a building manual that lists all the activities and passive features that should now to be downgrade. And the other is the case study that we had found, a few of case study we found. So thank you, that's all for me.
In conclusion, even though this topic is one of the criteria in GBI, we also need to care about the other criteria to make sure our future building are qualified to be the GBI building. So besides with this practice also can help us, also the world, becoming a place that are more conducive for human beings to stay if we continue to sustain our environment.